Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. I have just ridden the Ola electric scooter, the S1 Pro, and yes, I'm quite convinced that it is a good scooter. But should you buy the first batch of this scooter? Well, I'll let you know in today's video. Before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon. My first and only thing is that the experience that I had with the scooter was not the best, because there was some issues going around with the scooter because it is a prototype unit. It is in its beta version and in the next 1 or 2 months it will go full-fledged good. But as of now, with the first ride, the quality was not the best. If you're looking to get the first out of the scooter, if you can wait it out, nothing like it. The next updates which are going to be there will be much better, because there were some issues. Number one being that the panel gaps between the plastic were not the best, because there were uneven gaps. The overall build quality didn't seem the best because it was assembled right, but at times it felt like it's gonna fall apart. But overall, the scooter looked really nice. If you've seen the movie WALL-E, you will get a reference of Eva, the character that's there. The Ola S1 Pro looks just like that, and just for that, you can buy it because it looks different and you have got a total of 11 color options. However, the color palette that's there, the bigger palette is only for the S1 Pro. For the S1, the palette goes a little less. However, the S1 Pro gives you better range, better speed, and total of 3 riding modes. The S1 gives you a total of 2 riding modes. We were able to experience the hyper mode on the S1 Pro and it went whack open quick. It was very quick, and in the rainy conditions I could not actually go to the top speed. However, I was able to achieve close to 90 km per hour, which is good enough for this scooter. The thing is that this scooter is very comfortable. It rides very nice. However, I was not able to achieve the full potential and experience the whole dynamics, because as soon as I went through a bump or something like that, it shut off. Second time, when I went full throttle, I was not able to get the amount of confidence that I asked from the scooter because of the monoshock at the front and the side mounted monoshock at the rear. Overall, this scooter felt comfortable, not as confidence inspiring as the Aether does. Grip from the tires was decent enough, 110 section tire at the front as well as the rear, but if you notice, the tires stick out of the scooter, almost giving it a very long wheelbase, and just because of that, straight line stability was brilliant. However, if I tip it into corners or do a slalom, it was not giving me as much confidence because the front was getting too light, and similarly, the brakes were not giving me as much confidence either, because the braking feedback was good. You've got combi braking system which is standard. However, front still feels light, and if you go bang on the brakes, the front does not give a sure-footed feel, and just because of that, I was not confident riding this scooter as I was riding the Aether at the first time. As I remember, with the Aether also, the first scooter that I rode had a few issues with the build quality and a few glitches here and there, but the same with the Ola, the glitches are a bit more. And if I talk about the features that are there, like the hill hold, cruise control, voice commands and all of that, these were not activated as of now. The scooter was still in its beta version, so we could not test it to its 100% potential, and because of that, I'll say if you can wait it out, wait for at least a few months, probably get the scooter next year if you've already booked it. Thing is that if you have the anxiety for the range, then definitely get the S1 Pro, and it's worth the extra 30,000 rupees, because you will get close to 160 kilometers or maybe 150 kilometers of range, where Ola has already claimed close to 181 kilometers. In real time riding, I rode it close to only 20 kilometers, 15 to 20 kilometers, but definitely this one was giving very, very accurate range, and just because of that, I'll suggest you can get such a scooter. If you continuously ride in the hyper mode, you will get close to 80-85 kilometers, which is good enough if you want to enjoy the scooter. If you just want to commute and have that range anxiety, definitely you can go for the Ola. There is again another problem, that the connector that's there, it is not a standard connector which goes across everywhere. This is specific to Ola, and you can charge it at the Ola hyperchargers, which will come up in the next 2 or 3 months. Or else you can charge it at home, and it will take about 6.5 hours, 7 hours to give it a full charge from a complete drain out. The problem, again, if you go out or go longer distances, you will have to find a 15 ampere socket, carry that charger and all that. Otherwise, go to the Ola hypercharger or the Ola sale out units or the pop-up stores that are gonna be for the Ola. If you are traveling for longer distances, chargers for cars, the charger connectors for cars are very common. Same is not the case for the Ola, and just to get the hang of it, you will have to get used to it. Problem, not much. If you're going the distance, maybe a little. And the last problem is basically not a problem as such, but a boon and a bane both, because the underseat storage is 36 liters, which is good enough. You can fit 2 half-size helmets nicely, plus a charger as well. But once I put my full-size dot-rated helmet, the seat was not shutting down. So you've got space to keep your stuff, not your helmet though. The overall seat is also not very long. It has decent amount of cushion for the rider as well as the pillion. However, the space for the rider is good enough. For the pillion is quite a lot less. And if I sit as a pillion too, you can see in this video that I am sitting too close to the person ahead of me, and that is not as comfortable as you can think. Second thing is that the seat is wide. It is very wide, and because of that my legs are being stretched quite a lot. However, for the rider it is very comfortable. The seat length of the scooter is close to 740 mm, which is a little less compared to the Activa if you keep it standard, and hence it does not feel spacious enough. However, the seat height is at 792 mm, which is accessible to all kind of riders. If you're short, if you're tall, you will have enough space to ride the scooter. There is, however, a problem though, that the footboard area has a tunnel between, because the battery is so big, it goes all the way to the front, and the thing is, to get all the electronics and everything set up properly, there's a tunnel, there's a bulge that comes in the center. So if you want to carry a gas cylinder or probably a big water bottle or something like that, water can, you will not be able to do that. However, there's a hook at the front and you can hang your bag. Basically, the underseat storage will be the most helpful storage space here. You get 2 speakers at the front, plus there's voice command also, but mic testing and all of that was not happening just as well. Hence, we were not able to test the scooter properly. Once the update comes, you can use this scooter as your proper mobile phone and talk to people, talk to your friends, and even play music on the scooter in the future updates. Plus, there's a decent amount of space ahead, right above the scooters, to probably put a half-liter water bottle. The ground clearance of the scooter is close to 165 mm, which is good enough for normal riding conditions. However, if you go down to bad roads, there is a slight chance that you might hit the belly. Overall, this scooter has been very impressive. For the price, this runs at the cheapest cost possible. If you want a scooter that is dynamically rich, has been proven, has been tested, and don't have range anxiety as much, I'll say go get the Ather. However, if you want to get the best range possible and the scooter that runs at the cheapest cost possible, close to just 0.75 paise per kilometer or maybe just 1 rupee a kilometer, get the OLA S1 Pro. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.